All right, so we're going to start with Shelley. So Shelley, I know that you've been with the Kent District Library for a really long time, and I was truly amazed after hearing all the different things that are available at the library that you may not think would be available. So before we dive into some of the great programs KDL has, tell us a bit about your history and your current role there.
Sure. I have been with Kent District Library for over 20 years now. I started back in 2004 as a circulation assistant, which means I was the one checking in books and checking out books and putting books back on the shelves. In 2007, when I received my master's in library science, I took over what was then called the Library for the Blind and Physically Handicapped, now is the Talking Book and Braille Center. And I also did work as an adult reference librarian, a teen librarian, a youth librarian, so I've pretty much done it all at the library. In 2020, I felt that the library really needed to have somebody that helped with all disabilities. So I proposed a new role at the library to our board to have someone that was not only in charge of the Talking Book and Braille Center, but over all of the programs and initiatives that we do to serve people with disabilities. And so I became the accessibility and inclusion specialist. Not many people get to write their own job description and make up their own title, but I got to do that. So I have been doing that for the last 5 years.
That's wonderful. I didn't really even know that library science was a thing that you could get a master's in. So
have to have a
that
master's.
Alone is pretty cool right there. So I love listening to audiobooks when I'm out walking or just working around the house. So you mentioned the talking books can be played through an Alexa as well as any other audiobook selection. So can you, for anyone that's not familiar, explain how to use an audiobook and more about the Talking Book program?
Sure. First, I'll talk about the Talking Book program. So the Talking Book program is a federal program that is nationwide through the National Library Service for the Blind and Print Disabled, which is a division of the Library of Congress. And yes, I have to say all of those words when I explain it. So KDL hosts our Talking Book service for all of Kent County, Ionia County, and Montcalm County. And we provide books in alternative formats, audio, braille, large print, to people that cannot read standard print due to a visual, physical, or reading disability. We send those books right to somebody's house. It's free of charge. They don't have to have a library card to be in the program. We give them all the playback equipment. It's really great. Or you can download your own books through the program on our mobile app called Bard. And then we also have the Alexa skill that is just launched within the last 6 months. So now people can get on their Alexa and voice activate, search the catalog through the Talking Book Center and stream their books. The KDL also has options to check out books from what I call the regular library. Through our Libby app, through Hoopla, you can get those e-audiobooks to play on your phone or a tablet or your computer. And then, of course, we still do have audiobooks in the branches on the shelves that you are welcome to check out.
That's so many great resources and so wonderful that it's all for free as well. So changes in eyesight and other physical abilities can really make it harder to either sit at a computer, do things online, or so many other things. So KDL has an adaptive technology lab, and it's designed to make this easier. So what types of things does that lab offer to people?
Sure. Our Adaptive Technology Lab is at our service center in Comstock Park, and that is open to the public. You just need to reserve the room ahead of time by calling our number or making a reservation online. But that room has very, very specialized equipment to help people that are low vision or blind or have some other disability that prevents them from using a regular computer. So things that are on that computer in particular are screen reader software, magnification software. There's a Braille translation program on there, a Braille printer. There's a camera attached to it, so you can have like a piece of paper and put it under the camera, and it will read it out loud to you. Now, at all the rest of our branches, our public PCs do have some native built-in accessibility features that we can turn on. The librarians can help you do that if you are unfamiliar with how to do that. But all of our PCs have a program called Windows Narrator if you need that text-to-speech option. And then there's also magnification. There's a lot of different features for like touch. So if you need help with dexterity on the keyboard, you can set all those options on a computer. I don't think a lot of people really know that most computers have those things built right in. And then we also have handheld magnifiers and other options at all of the branches that you can use while you're in the library.
That's so great to hear. So today's focus is really on helping our audience embrace and gain confidence using technology. And while the library no longer offers live computer classes, they have a wide array of online classes as well as one-on-one tech tutoring. So how does our audience take advantage of that?
Sure. On our website, we have access to several online learning databases, one of them being LinkedIn Learning, which has a wide array of different classes, pretty much on any topic that you want, but in particular technology. So you can take advantage of that by using your library card. And then we do offer those one-on-one tech tutoring appointments. So you can schedule an appointment with a librarian at most of our branches, and they will sit with you for 45 minutes to an hour and talk to you about whatever you want to work on. If you want to set up a brand new Kindle, we will help you do that. If you just need help navigating your smartphone, we will help you do that. If you have something very specific that you want to do, we can help you do that.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think we all need that at some point, right? Yeah, my 19-year-old gets a little tired of me asking for help at all hours of the day. So, yeah, I had no idea about the huge array of data resources, including even things like genealogy and even legal document templates when we were talking on the phone. So what are the other informational items that you have available for helping people?
Sure. Those, the databases that I was mentioning, yes, we have the genealogy, we have the legal document templates, which really comes in handy. So if you want to do estate planning or power of attorney, you can find all those forms right on that database, and you can print those out for free. We do not charge for printing at the library either. We have other databases for like DIY, home repair, car repair, consumer reports, language learning. There are a lot of things that you can find on our library's website that will help you in your day-to-day living.
Yeah, that's so cool. We just need to all know about it so that we can take advantage of it. So lastly, while this isn't directly related to technology, I'm guessing that many people may not be familiar with the items that KDL offers in their Beyond Books section. So if you can name a few of the items that can be checked out and if there are any special rules that apply to those items.
All right, I made a little list here because I wanted to highlight some certain things. So we have in our Beyond Books collection a wide array of things that are not books. I mean, kind of self-explanatory there. But you can check out things like a GoPro, a Wi-Fi hotspot. There's film and slide scanners. There's video to digital converters. So if you have old VHS or even 8mm film reels, you can convert those to digital. You can get all your slides that you may have hiding in a corner somewhere. You can convert those all to digital. We have accessible book stands. We have portable video magnifiers, reading pens. And all of those items are just like our books where you can check those out for 3 weeks. You can renew those as long as nobody else is waiting for them. The only caveat is that you do have to sign an agreement the first time that you check out one of these items. Once we have the agreement on file, it stays in your account. That's just to acknowledge that these things are a little bit pricier than a book. So if you were to lose or damage it, you would be responsible for that replacement cost.
Isn't that cool, guys? Who knew that KDL offered all this stuff? Yeah. Okay, we've got a couple hands. The AARP people, I know that they know as well. But yeah, I think it's so cool that there's all these different resources available for you. So, wow, thank you, Shelley.
You're welcome.